Hello, hello. Perfidious Pete here, back to complete the Circle of Life in another episode of XCOM: The Long War. And it's the Circle of Life that moves us all, or at least that's what Elton John would have me believe. And I know Sir Elton wrote that song because he got paid like $1 trillion by Disney to do it, but you know what? I still feel that maybe, just maybe, Sir Elton is onto something, because I definitely got a one lion falls, another lion rises to take on the burden of leadership vibe from the last mission we executed. I mean, the dirt hadn't even settled on old Erwin Rommel's grave, and bam, Olivia Colton steps in to fill his empty jodhpurs, and she did it without bothering to solicit terrible philosophical advice from either a meerkat or a warthog. So, very well done. And you know what, now that I think about it, maybe that's what Bradford was referring to with the operation name. Maybe Operation Dying King wasn't a prophecy of doom for Elvis Presley, who was on the mission, by the way, and didn't die, but was instead a little foreshadowing of Olivia's arrival. And maybe that's what we were shooting for. Or alternatively, you know, Bradford just drank 6.5 gallons of gin and was forced to watch The Lion King because he was so drunk he couldn't figure out how to get a different Blu-ray in the player. I mean, that's also a possibility, and honestly, I think either way really works. But if you were trying to prognosticate the doom of Elvis, fuck your Nostradamus abilities, by the way, Bradford. You should stick to the drinking. It's what you're good at. Now, of course, Olivia Colton can't remain Olivia Colton. We did submit her for a little Project Lazarus training, and she has emerged from the tube, so let's take a look and see who we've got on our hands here. Sort of a staid hairdo, kind of a little, I don't know, kind of a darkened brow, sort of an intense gaze. Actually, you know what? This is not an intense gaze. This is crazy gaze. She's got a little crazy eyes thing going on here. This is the look of a woman who spends a lot of time alone thinking about death. This is the kind of woman who you hear about, oh, you know, she was always real quiet, kept to herself, eh? And then until the day she went into a movie theater and shot it up while people were watching a film, she just destroyed it. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from old Colton here, or rather, as I should say, not Colton. This is Emily Dickinson. This is a crazy-ass loner, a possible Looney Tunes who spends a lot of time locked up in her own headspace, thinking up crazy shit. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at here. Of course, she does have access for Project Lazarus, though, because if you cannot stop for death, Emily Dickinson will kindly stop for you. And, you know, you'll hear a fly buzz when you die if Emily Dickinson is around. Not because it's a poem she wrote or anything, but actually because she spends a lot of time alone in her room and her personal hygiene is fairly questionable. She's just kind of surrounded by flies most of the time. It's sort of unpleasant. Anyway, that's taken care of. Let's get back to scanning here. And so we got some psionic training complete. Big Bad Wolf knocks it out of the park in one swing. Big Bad herself getting it done. Fantastic. All right, let's get a replacement in for Big Bad Wolf then. We had Scout come out. We'd like to put a Scout back in. I guess it's going to be Mitch Pancakes Hedberg then. All right, Pancakes is going in for a little side training. That's fine. Mitch Pancakes Hedberg has been a fantastic team member for us. It's going to be old neural dampening or feedback or whatever the shit it is. Our Scouts are going to get targeted. They are targeted. We want to try and put the enemy abilities on cooldown. Mitch is going to get that done for us. All right, back to scanning it.
Contact detected.
All right, now we have a medium raider coming in low over Germany. No, this is low. I suspect this might land or bomb. Let's send up one of our better pilots here. I'm thinking we're going with Poacher York on this one. We'll poach you a little kill coming in, a little poachery into King's Forest. You and your band of merry men, Poacher. Perhaps, you know, a man with dressed all in scarlet named Will, and a giant of a man who you ironically call Little John. Well, if you could hit the alien craft again, that'd be nice. All right, reasonable intercept then. I'm pleased with this. Minimal repair time. It's gonna be fine. We did get the kill. We put it down to the wire, by the way, Poacher. I mean, you fucking completed that one at the last second, but that's fine. Clearly, also Bradford. Again, geography lessons in order here, pal. This Norway, possibly Sweden, depending where we are on the border. What it is very clearly not, Germany. There's actually a sea that separates these two. Germany down in this region. Norway, Sweden, Scandinavia, definitely, Bradford. Maybe, I don't know, get out the atlas and keep practicing, pal. Keep practicing. Alright, so let's put together a team here. Now, we do have a covert operation coming up in 5 days, and I'm kind of centering all my future operations around that operation. operations around that operation. It's the goofy game for dopey doctors too, by the way. Operation, it's the goofy game for dopey doctors. Actually, don't remember the operation theme. But I do want to have, like, my 4 top troopers in case we get the 4-man extraction. I want to have them ready. So I think we take Helen Deadeye Keller on this one. She's an officer and a top-quality sniper. She should be fine. Also, it leaves us with both the general, although I don't really want to be taking the general on missions unless we're kind of forced to, because he can't get EXP anymore. So the general sort of has hit his reservation point. But still, we'll have Mary Prometheus Shelley if we need and or want a sniper. Gauss long rifle, alloy bipod, gonna go for the high capacity mags here. Helen Keller does have lock and load, but high capacity mags, still a very useful pickup there. Gunner, we should take one. I don't think we need either the Iron Lady or Jane Sporty Austin. Although the Iron Lady, actually either one of these guys is very, very close to level. I'd rather have them for something more important. Shock Attack Zulu would probably be the man going on our covert operation, actually, since he's got the highest foot speed. Horatio Hornblower, probably also overcommitting, but strong chance the Hornblower could level. Or at least a chance. Yeah, you know what? Let's take Admiral Nelson. That's fine. We're gonna go with a non-mobility build here. So phalanx armor, little Gauss machine gun. We'll give him a scope and a laser sight, and that'll have the Hornblower ready to toot some horns. And no, I'm not talking about the other gentlemen or ladies on the plane. And yes, you can toot a lady's horn too. You can toot that little nubbin. It'll toot just fine. Anyway, what else do we need? Probably a scout. Well, definitely a scout. I don't want to take any of our good guys. You know what? Old Harold is ready. Atlas Harold King. I think we can afford to spare Harold. Madison. I mean, Madison's going to miss him, granted, but yeah, it's just going to have to learn to deal with it, Madison. Loneliness is part of life. Sometimes you're going to be lonely, Madison. When your boy toy goes out of town, you're going to be a little lonely. Battle scanner, chameleon suit, carapace armor. Madison will have to deal with his grief while Harold is gone. What else do we need? An engineer would certainly not go amiss. Nikola Tesla will level if he survives the mission, so yeah, let's get him out there. It's fine. We got the Madman, we got the Knife Man to back him up if we need him for our next mission. I'm comfortable with that. Phalanx armor and a Gauss carbine, I think, then for Nikola. He's sorted. What else do we want to take here? We got a scout. We need a medic. That's what we need. What medics suck? Is that it? Marymount? Oh, we have Isaac Asimov. Newbie medic, Isaac Asimov. You know what, Asimov? This is an excellent mission for you to cut your teeth on, pal. So let's get you... You know what? You're real fast. Let's load Isaac Asimov up with some sort of sci-fi carapace armor. He's going to look like a true badass this way, and it'll be kind of the first time that Isaac Asimov has ever looked like a badass. I mean, he's always been a badass, but with the froofy beard and the mutton chop sideburns and the glasses, he didn't really cut the most dashing figure of all time. So let's go with motion tracker and, of course, just a med kit. And that's got Sir Isaac Asimov ready to go, although I'm pretty sure he was never knighted. What else do we need then? We could take pretty much anything we wanted at this point, like a Rocketeer. I kid you, we're not taking a fucking Rocketeer. Although Jules Verne is available. You know what? Screw it. Let's take Jules Verne. Actually, Jules Verne has been the one Rocketeer who has not shamed himself repeatedly when taking on missions. Like, he's the one Rocketeer I can trust. Sure, J. Robert Oppenheimer, he's basically average, but Jules Verne has actually been okay. He has a 2-to-1 kill-to-mission ratio, which makes him the most proficient Rocketeer of all time. Now, granted, 2 missions, so fairly small sample size for Julie, but that's fine. And we have 2 masters of sci-fi here. Possibly the father of sci-fi, and then the man who made it good. I'm pleased. Assault team. Yeah, let's take a couple assaults, one of whom should be equipped with an arc thrower. We need to capture at least one more outsider, probably more than one. Thurgood the Bench Marshal, I think, will be fine in this category. So let's grab the bench here. Carapace armor. We're going to set him up with our killing build. Shredder ammo, breaching ammo, and Thurgood Marshal, like Muad'Dib, is a killing word. Thurgood is a killing word. My name is a killing word. That's right, Thurgood. It damn sure is. And then we'll take like a crummier assault to sort of back him up. Could take the War Dog. I'd rather have somebody a little faster. Who's our fastest newbie? It's either the War Dog or Ayn Rand. You know what? Let's just take Ayn Rand then. She's real close to a level. Ayn Rand's probably the better choice. So for Ayn's loadout, carapace armor, I think we'll go with just the regular alloy cannon. If we're getting... fine. Let's just give her a motion tracker and an arc thrower. Or would we rather go with, like, you know what? Let's do the breaching ammo and an arc thrower. She's gonna be slow as dirt either way. Yeah, so, we may as well do this. Alright, hold on a second. I gotta put my arc thrower in slot 4, or I'm gonna fuck it up and hit the wrong button and not arc throw. So let's just do it that way. Now we're sorted. Ein Calamity Rand, whose career has been something of a calamity, given her kill to mission ratio, is ready to roll. So let's go off to quote-unquote Germany, up here somewhere near what looks to be more like, I don't know.
Strike one. Prepare
This has got to be Eastern Norway. I'm calling this Norway. This is a Norwegian mission, not Germany.
Our target site is
Still
near the German
Operation
border.
Cryptic Engine
The
in
alien
Germany.
craft went down in flames. We've pinpointed
In
its final
Germany,
resting
right,
place in
Bradford?
a
It went down in
rural area
flames
with no
in
significant
Germany.
Civilian population. We need to secure that craft and eliminate any survivors.
At least he correctly identified it as a rural location. Gotta give him credit for that. Alright, let's do this. So we can see the UFO from where we come in at. I never like it when that happens. Usually it means we're completely surrounded by like a dozen pods with very, very poor cover options.
Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Alright, where's the zone
Affirmative,
wall?
Big Sky. Strike one is free to engage
Get a
hostile targets
lot.
at the
Okay,
crash
so the
site.
zone wall is right there. Where the hell did we come in at? This is a big map. We're actually right in the middle on a side. Okay. So let's do a little bit of a motion tracker then. That's the way we like to start these things. Sir Isaac Asimov, why don't you take full cover behind this tree?
Solid copy.
And do a little battle scanning for us. All right, we got a meld canister over there. Typically, meld is going to indicate the presence of some aliens, but I don't see any. We may as well continue with our motion trackering
That's
here.
what we're looking for.
Alright, so clear to the meld canister then. Well, if it's clear, I don't see any particularly compelling reason to just not take a dash for it. If we didn't spawn a pod already with our moves, we're pretty unlikely to do so. So let's come at this fairly aggressively. We're just going to have everybody stand in a blob in the open. I don't see any particular logic or reason for why we would not do this.
At once.
I mean, other than the fact that, you know, getting our whole team killed by possibly a single grenade is a bad thing.
I'm on it, Commander.
Helen Keller's going to go over here in more of a fire support position. We'll have her steady her weapon. This way, if we do sort of spawn a pod, we'll be ready to respond with at least one crack shot. And Ein Calamity Rand is going to head forward. See if we get any audio clues. Nothing. There is a cyber disc on the map, though, so we've got that in store. Delightful. Alright, Isaac Asimov, then. Don't heal a wound. Battle scanner, or motion tracker, rather. We just want to make sure we're fully clear.
Good to go.
We still have not discovered a single pod, huh? Alright, well, this is corner full cover, so let's take it. We still got nothing at all. Is there any way up here? We can't even get up there. Well, that's supremely irritating, actually. Alright, well, let's do this, then. We'll have... Since we still have no enemies, we're gonna have Helen Keller dash. We'll have her grapple up there, I guess, on her next turn. They're good to bench Marshal. I kind of want to go this way, but I don't want to do it unexplored, so let's get Ein Calamity Rand. Never mind, the Calamity... No, she had... we did give her a motion tracker. Son of a bitch. I should have.
Got it covered.
So I guess we'll be a little more conservative. This is that map I hate. Yeah, I actively dislike this map, actually. Its layout is bad. If you come in from the normal spawn location, it's not terrible, but when you come in from the side spawn, it makes this map take for fucking ever. And it's just kind of irritating, not difficult. So let's get a battle scanner, because there's going to be like 8,000 dudes over here behind this hill. Alright, Atlas King. Can you get one like this far? Can you get one this deep? And Atlas King is going deep for us. We're going to find probably a pod over in this vicinity, because there is usually one over there. Okay, well, we got the combat music, so we did discover one. I can't tell where it or what it is, but let's go check it out. Alright, so... Cyber disc, which we can't see, and 4 drones, which we can see. Well, we know where they're at, so let's try and set up to engage.
Understood. Moving out.
Get Horatio Nelson and Jules Verne in potential firing positions. We're gonna have to go up. I hate this map so much. I really don't like this map at all. It's not well designed.
Got it.
It's really not. And you know, when you, like I said, when you come in a normal starting spot, it's not as bad if you play it as the game intended it. But when you come in this weird ass, bizarro spawn, it makes matters much, much worse. These enemies appear to be activated, despite the fact that they should not be activated. Brilliant. Alright, Deadeye. Can you go get me a meld canister, please, with the grapple action? Yes. Alright, well, let's... Well, not this turn. Actually, the answer is no.
Throwing the hook.
So we have Helen Keller throw the hook. She grapples to here. Can you take cover behind the can?
Okay.
You can. Alright, so we should be able to get that next turn. That one should not close. We're going to need to set up in a defensive situation. Frigate Marshal's actually okay. He's positioned all right for... Yeah, this is actually not bad. Alright, Isaac Asimov's going to do a little creepy sneak forward. We're going to put him on Overwatch.
Aye, aye.
Atlas King. I mean, we might need you to hollow target. Let's get you behind this tree. That may activate the pod, which wouldn't really be that big of a deal.
Enemy inside.
Yeah, okay. We had suspected they were already activated. This is just going to bring them a little closer. It's not really a problem. Isaac Asimov's going to take a little desperation fire, which is not fantastic. Alright, so we need to kill a couple of these drones who are going to be spotting. Double 73s for the horn blower. Alright, that's one drone down.
Kill confirmed.
Done dealing. We wouldn't mind getting another drone if we could. Jules Verne, just go on Overwatch. You're not gonna get shit. Put the bench on Overwatch. Ayn Rand. There really is nowhere good for Ayn Rand to be. Let's just have her double move up here. It'll be fine. And that leaves the madman, Nikola Tesla, who could theoretically go up and over with a grenade, but I don't really like that risk.
Gotcha.
Let's just bring him around over here and put him on Overwatch to cover Thurgood Marshall's back a little bit. So we're going to get some bad Overwatch here. Jules Verne is bad, but Thurgood the bench Marshall there to get it done. And the drone goes down in a smoking heap. Smoking Heap, by the way, the title of Amanda Bynes' new autobiography. I'm a Smoking Heap. I'm not sure how that unit can actually even see him. That makes almost no sense at all. Tesla with a 63%. Got the hit, but he's got a carbine. The carbine was always unlikely to get the kill. I gotta assume we're probably gonna take a little hit here. Yep. 3 damage on the flank is not terrible. Our armor can withstand that fairly easily. It just depends on what this guy decides to do. Looks like he's closing ranks. Might throw a grenade, which would be bad for us. He's just gonna go on Overwatch. That's not really a problem. Alright, so Nelson, double 30. That's real bad. Alright, well, first things first, we pick up our meld can. That's gotta happen, so let's grab the meld.
In hand, Commander.
Meld is handled. We got 2 shots. 65% on the cyber disc. I kind of like the idea of disabling its weapons. If we're gonna do a weapon disable, though, we should do that after we've hollow targeted. I want a little better hit percentages. Fortunately for us, Atlas King is in the neighborhood. So let's bring Atlas forward to this stump. He's gonna draw the Overwatch with his lightning reflexes. Should be fine here. He has the chameleon suit and lightning reflexes, and this is a first shot. So he should be fairly well protected against Overwatch. It's 47% to hit, but we actually don't care about his hit percentage, although Atlas King, showing some remarkable alacrity, he did connect. That's going to give everybody plus 10, and with the plus 10, I'm pretty comfortable going for the disabling shot here. Helen Deadeye Keller. Although, theoretically, we could just go straight for the kill. Well, we're going to have to go straight for the kill now, because the Deadeye is anything but, and threw us a pretty unwelcome miss. Alright, well, we can still get plenty of shots at this guy.
Okay.
Don't pop a pod. Alright, good. So we should have hit and... Oh, yeah, this guy's done then. We're gonna wreck him. 6 damage and a shred, and we're not... excuse me? Why did hit and run not get us another shot? Excuse me, game? Should have been entitled to a hit and run shot there. Alright, well, it's gonna be up to Admiral Nelson. He's got 8. Never mind, the horn blower there to bring the horn of death. He stole fucking Gabriel's horn and sounded it at the enemy. That was some remarkable work.
On the move.
Alright, well, Isaac Asimov should be able to finish off our little drone friend. In fact, he can't miss. Drone is dead. That leaves Jules Verne, Nikola Tesla, and Ayn Calamity Rand here, and all they gotta do is manage to finish off one drone, which Ayn Rand might be able to do by herself. Oh, there we go. Yep, he's down. Now, I still hear the drone sound, which means there's still one active drone somewhere. Or did that guy just take a minute to actually realize that he was dead?
Back in action.
Seems like that guy may have just taken a moment to realize he was actually dead. Let's get Jules Verne up in a little better position. Jules hasn't contributed much so far this mission, but on the plus side, he hasn't shot a rocket into any of his friends yet either, so I mean, there's that. We have mutons somewhere on the map. Alright, well, let's take a little consolidation turn then. We expect there to be mutons probably over in the vicinity of that additional meld canister.
Heading to that location.
So let's just take some time, get the team back together, get the band back together, and get ready to rock out with cocks and or vaginas fully exposed. Atlas King can reload. We'll probably have Atlas King throw a battle scanner. Julie, let's get you up here behind this log. You're going to steady your weapon so that if you do have to fire a rocket at something, you won't fucking embarrass yourself.
Back in.
Thurgood Marshall can reload. We should probably try and get a heal on Thurgood Marshall as well. Let's get the Deadeye more centrally located. Ayn Rand, similarly for you, I don't really mind sending you forward at a trot. Let's bring you up here and have you reload. Man, Ayn Rand is real slow.
Good to go.
And I don't actually mean Ayn Rand, the trooper, and her foot speed. I mean, if you've ever read Ayn Rand, you know reading that shit, it's real slow. The Fountainhead, Atlas Shrugged, those are long reads. And not just because they're long books, although they are long books, but because they're just fucking difficult to churn through. Alright, so we got a pod of mutons that has activated itself. It is a 5-man pod, but that... we could be... alright.
Watch the flanks.
Alright, Julie. It's time for you to try and earn your keep here with rocket shot. Of course your shot is blocked because every shot is blocked from a Rocketeer because they suck. Horatio Nelson is not in cover. Ugh, we're in a real bad situation here. Alright, so Atlas King, I need at least better vision on the enemy. You have low profile and defense bonuses, so let's make you do your job. You have terrible, terrible shots. Thurgood Marshall is not in a good spot. Ayn Rand likewise in a bad spot. Isaac Asimov in a relatively bad spot. Jules Verne in a pointlessly useless shot. Nelson has no cover, and Tesla can't really give us anything because the square I need Tesla in is fucking on fire. So this turn is a real shit sandwich. Alright, well, let's see how we can recover. So let's bring Tesla over to here. We may have to fall back on this one. I don't like our position at all. I would prefer we just try and be somewhere where we just can't see the enemy. We could have Ayn Rand come forward to here, take a shot, and then we could move with... it's just... no, it's bad. It's just bad. This is why I hate this map. Alright, so we bring Thurgood the bench marshal over here. We're going to put him in an Overwatch. Actually, he has a shot. He has a 1% shot. Let's drop him into Overwatch. Helen Keller actually is the one person we could afford to have shoot here. We might also need her to command, though. Let's... yeah, it's probably a better idea. We're gonna need Atlas King to likely fall back. Isaac Asimov is in no position to do much of anything. Let's move him to this. He can't even get there. Alright, well, let's get him just clear out of line of sight then with a dash. Ayn Rand, we need to try and get you somewhere safe as well, which... I guess we'll put you over here next to Thurgood the bench marshal. Horatio Nelson can occupy this full cover, and he's not going to be able to get out of line of sight, so we're going to have Thurgood hunker down. We're not going to be able to get out of sight of the enemy. Jules, you're a worthless piece of trash. Steady your pointless weapon. You know what? Actually, Helen Keller, also steady your weapon. Asimov's going to go on Overwatch. We're just going to have Atlas King hunker down. Alright, what do you got, aliens? One of them is going to throw a grenade at Atlas King's log, blow it up, and Atlas King is going to get shot by like 6 other guys. That's the way destructible cover tends to always work on these maps. Nope, because the aliens are refusing to come forward. Alright, so Atlas King got suppressed. That's not really much of a problem. Unless you're Atlas King, of course. Grenade? Nope. This guy's going to get himself overwatched coming into Thurgood Marshall's zone of terror. Yeah, Thurgood Marshall damn near killed him. He didn't wreck him, but he did damn near kill him. He's got 1 health. Alright, all things considered, I suppose that went fairly well. Alright, Jules Verne, try not to embarrass your fucking self. I mean, you've been embarrassing yourself pretty much non-stop. For once, it would be nice if you didn't. You're just... You're an embarrassment, Jules Verne. Rocketeers. You know what? I can't blame Jules Verne. Jules Verne is doing the best he can with a terrible, terrible lot in life. I mean, the guy is a Rocketeer, let's face it. That's like being born under a bad sign. He doesn't have a lot to work with. He can't help it. He wants to not be terrible, but he just can't help it. He doesn't have anything to work with. He's a rocketeer.
Missed the target.
Yeah, that was actually terrible shooting. Alright, so the Deadeye, 60%. That guy has 2 health. We could suppress him to death. 75% at the distant target who's almost on Overwatch. I like this shot best. Alright, Deadeye. See, Rocketeer, snipers are how it's done. That's how you kill some shit right there. Tesla could suppress one of these guys dead. Actually, 2 of these guys dead. That guy's easier to kill, honestly. Alright, let's just go for the suppression here. The man out in the open has covering fire. Well, we are in full cover, and we did apply. I'm glad I suppressed that guy, actually. The suppression penalty probably kept us safe. And with the Mayhem ability, it also made that guy be not alive anymore. Atlas King is suppressed, but that suppression is really kind of a non-issue. Asimov. Yeah. That's my sound of general dissatisfaction. Meh. None of these guys is going to have close encounters. So if we go to here, we'll be in full cover. We'll likely be able to kill 2. I'm relatively comfortable with this. Ayn Rand may have to run and gun for us. This guy's absolutely dead. His 1 health is never going to be enough, and this guy's vastly more health may also not be enough. It's 5, okay. Alright, well, that kills the suppression, so that frees up Atlas King, who has a terrible, terrible shot at him. You any better from over here, Atlas? This should, yeah, now he's flanked. Alright. Atlas King with 77% chance to close him out. So, of course, he fucking whiffs magnificently. That's brilliant. Asimov is going to have not a good shot, but he'll have a better shot from this half cover. I do not like this move. But it does give him a flank shot. 69%. Oh, you know Isaac Asimov's going to take the 69. Oh, he'll 69 yet. Oh, yeah, he will. He's not ashamed of it either. Isaac Asimov's a sexual being.
Moving firing position.
We could go ballsy and sprint straight up here. We wouldn't be flanked. Neither would the enemy. Alternatively, we could more conservatively shoot. You know what? No, fuck it.
Understood.
This way, if this guy comes forward, our close encounters ability is going to trigger, and we might be able to kill him with that. So let's just go for the ballsy play. Actually, 45% hit chances. We run and gun, and it's going to be Overwatch. He's going to fall back. Nope, he's going to throw a grenade, which is not technically falling back, I'd like to point out. Not an actual wound, our armor keeping us safe, and this guy's turn is done, so he's just bought himself a ticket to the fucking boneyard. You know, I think Ayn Rand kind of earned the kill on this one. She definitely did the hard part of this. Alternatively, capture.
Affirmative.
Tangible benefits. Thurgood the Bench Marshal will straight up kill him. We don't want him dead, we want him hurt.
Affirmative.
Atlas King. I hate you, Atlas King. How can you not see that guy from there? You're making me real salty, King. Making me real salty with the I can't see him from there bullshit. It's not cool. It's not cool, bro. Mostly because we kind of needed that guy hollow targeted.
Roger. Tracking.
Tesla could suppress him for 2 damage. Nelson's probably just gonna kill him if he hits, which he's not likely to do. Helen Keller likewise would also probably just kill him. It's got to be Atlas King. He's the only one who's got the appropriate weapon for the job. It's either Atlas King or Nikola Tesla. It's got to be one of the 2. Alright, so this is very risky. Because I'm actually worried about spawning other enemies inside the ship, which we did not do. Maybe we can make this work. If Helen Keller can get vision on Atlas King, we can have her command him. Assuming... Come on, command. Can you see? You can't command anyone. No soldiers in visual range. Well, that's really not good at all. We almost can't afford to even try and take the capture now. Unless Tesla has a remarkable hit chance, and it's worth taking. Alright, well, let's just spam some shots at the guy. We're going to do the best we can. None of this is going to matter. 14%. No hit, no surprise. I suppose Jules Verne might be able to see the guy and maybe throw a little desperation shot at him. Yep, that's exactly what this is. Desperation fire. Okay, desperation fire not working. Well, let's take a 28%. That'll probably just kill him if it hits. You know, we probably should have done that first and gotten the auto
that is
targeting.
not good.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of not good shit going on here for a good bench marshal. So why don't you just go erase him then, because this is gonna kill him. There we go. All right, I guess we'll save the arc thrower for a potential shot at an outsider then. I'm not happy about the way any of that went down. Overwatch for Ayn Rand. I blame Atlas King. I blame Atlas King because it's his fault. That's why I blame him. I blame him because he deserves it. All right, Asimov. You only have one hit left on your motion tracker. Let's save that. We're gonna need that for being inside the ship. I also want to try and patch up our 2 injured troopers here. This is only armor damage so far. If we can get that patched up before they take actual damage, that would be helpful. Atlas King, just come back to where you embarrassed yourself a minute ago. And I want you to take a moment, young man, and think about what you did. No, you stand right there, young man, and you think about what you did. You think about it. You're not coming out of your room and you're not getting any supper. And you apologize to your mother. For being born. I mean, I'm sure your mother was as disappointed with you as I am. Little reload. And Marshall, there's really, I don't know, go stand behind this tree, I guess. Why don't you stand behind this tree and make fun of Atlas King? Because he deserves to be made fun of.
Reloaded.
Helen Keller could just reload and we'll advance her up
I'm
here.
on the move.
Alright, give me the medic. Oh, just Overwatch.
Overwatching.
Tesla, you reload. Should have sent Tesla over to make fun of Atlas King for being terrible at his job, actually. Would have been the smart move, would have been to poke fun at Atlas King. Yeah, we know there's a meld canister in there. We're not in any hurry to get it. What I am in a hurry to do here is heal everybody up, so...
Don't move. You'll be fine.
You heal her for 2. Oh, I forgot. Isaac Asimov is a terrible medic. This is a complete waste of time.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
Yeah, it's a bunch of sectoids. They're in this ship. In fact, we're going to have you throw a battle scanner in there so we can see if you can get eyes on them. I don't expect you to, because I'm pretty sure they're probably in this room, but it doesn't hurt to have you throw the scanner. Alright, there's actually an outsider over there. Well, good. We should try and set up in a position where maybe we can get some shots at the bastard. Although the only person that's going to be able to do that is Helen Deadeye Keller. So, Helen, can you see him from there? No. Is there any position from which you could actually see and or shoot at that man? Theoretically, from where Atlas King is the right answer to that question. If we run up there, we're going to activate him. Alright, let's come over here. I guess we'll circle around. This won't activate him, so we might as well do this. You know what, Helen Keller? Just steady your weapon. He's gonna move once he's popped. That's the thing. He will eventually move.
Rolling out.
Ayn Rand can head over there. Let's get the Hornblower up in this region. Tesla, we can get you over to where you can maybe do some damage with a grenade. And Thurgood Marshall, similarly, get you over in this region.
Time to motor. Contact.
You... I hate you so much. Well, we're boned. Yeah, this is gonna end in tragedy. This is real bad. I can't believe that spawned a pod. How did all of our other movement come off without a hitch, but that's the move that spawned a pod? Please explain this to me, someone. Someone please explain? Yeah, this guy's gonna ruin somebody's shit. I'm so... I hate line of sight in this game. I hate it. I hate line of sight in this game. I hate it. I hate line of sight in this game. I hate it a lot. Alright, so there's a sectoid commander. Oh, this is a shit sandwich right here. Alright, well, Helen Keller has shots at something. 265%. Honestly, I'd prefer to take this shot, really. Then again, we may need her command ability, so we're going to have to come back to that. Tesla can't move, but he is at least in cover. Where is Atlas King, who started all of this shit? Atlas King, where are you? No, Atlas King. You're the man who has to run all of the 8 billion chunks of Overwatch, so do your damn job. Right, we're gonna pull some lightning reflexes here. I'm real salty about how this one came out and what happened to Ayn Rand. I'm extremely salty about this. Extremely salty. Alright, well, go ahead and pull the rest of the Overwatch. He's probably gonna get hit here. Wow, lucky enough, Atlas King. Alright. Did not get hit, surprisingly. Okay, so Jules Verne can effectively do nothing but blow up a... Alright, you know what? Fine, just blow up the meld canister. I'm not gonna shoot it at that guy, specifically because I don't want you to blow up the meld canister, but this is totally gonna blow up the meld canister. And I fire this rocket, knowing full well the meld canister is gonna explode. It also only did 9 damage, which is terrible. Then again, that's 9 more damage than we would otherwise have gotten from that unit. Wow, Horatio Nelson has terrible, terrible shots. Ayn Rand, likewise, has kind of terrible, terrible shots. We could come in here and... Nope, we're not fast enough. We could come in and flank that guy. So if we could kill the rest of the team, maybe. Something to be said for that. Now, Thurgood the Bench Marshal actually is in a reasonable position.
Moving out.
Bring him in here. Excuse me? Of course there's another outsider, because why wouldn't there be? This game makes me supremely salty. Pretty much 10 out of 10 times. None of these shots kills anyone. We could shoot twice, but with that guy there, we can't really afford to stay where we're at. I'm real salty. Helen Keller, who could you theoretically command? Can you command the only man we care about you commanding? And the answer is no. You also can't get to cover. I'm very salty. Isaac Asimov, for whatever reason, can't even see anyone. Not sure precisely how that works, but I got to admit to being a little pissed off about it. Alright, so... yeah, that's not good. Alright, screw it. If we're gonna commit, let's just... I mean, if we're gonna do something stupid, we might as well do something monumentally stupid, so let's go for monumentally stupid. Alright, we drop a grenade and try and kill these guys without destroying our cover or killing our own assault unit. This actually probably will kill one of them. Yeah, there we go. We need to get 2 damage on that guy. Marshall. This activates hit and run. This also activates hit and run and shreds the guy. 14 damage and a shred. Alright. We can't take another action with him yet. So. You know what? You're not going to do anything. Suppress this guy. At the minimum, suppression reduces his chances of killing someone. So that leaves Ayn Rand, who does have a run and gun, and Helen Deadeye Keller, and Isaac Asimov. This... Alright, well, Ayn Rand gets to run and gun. That's all there is to it. We're gonna have her go shoot this guy in the back, because this is what she's gonna do. I agree, Mayor Ayn Rand. You should definitely, absolutely... You have 2 units flanked. How? Oh, okay. So you shouldn't even be able to see that other guy. 7 damage was not what we needed out of you. I can't even tell where Isaac Asimov can move here. Well, let's go here and hope we have a flank shot. We do have a flank shot. Alright, this guy is flanked and we have a 49% chance to hit him. I would love to have someone explain that math to me.
I'll get him next time.
Fucking horseshit. This is complete and total horseshit. I am really fucking pissed off at the moment. Real pissed off. Real pissed off? I'm real pissed off. So, we're gonna abuse, excuse me? We're gonna abuse a bug here. And, I'm completely unashamed about doing it. Thurgood the Bench Marshal should get a shot here. This will trigger hit and run again.
No longer a threat.
Yep. Or not, and he gets killed. Fantastic. Brilliant. Whatever. I don't even care, XCOM. None of this shit makes sense. Ayn Rand is gonna be killed. I'm so pissed off right now, I don't even give a fuck. Ayn Rand should be getting close encounters. Alright, close combat specialist. Whatever. I don't even care, XCOM. I don't care. There's no strategy to this game. It's just all luck. There's no strategy here. It's just luck. Top to bottom, front to back, side to side, in to out. It's 100% fucking pure luck. And I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. I don't give a shit. I don't not a single shit. I don't care at all. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Not a single fuck. I just want to be not playing right now. That's all I want, is to not be playing anymore. So please kill this guy so I don't have to play right now, because I'm really pissed off at this. All shit that makes no sense. The entire encounter was all nonsensical bullshit. All of it. It's all nonsensical bullshit. All of it.
Heading to that
It's the
location.
Transformers 3 kind of thing, wherein you would just say, this is stupid. All of it. And there you go. I've had enough of this. I don't give a fuck about anything. Fuck you, Operation Cryptic Engine. Fuck you, XCOM, and the cryptic piece of shit engine that makes you run. I'm done. I've had enough. I'm not playing this game anymore today. I'm sick of you, XCOM. No, get out of my sight. I'm done. I've had enough. I can't take any more of your stupid bullshit. I'm done. No, I said it was done. Fuck off. Oh, fantastic. 46 days, 21 days. Brilliant. You know what? I can't even care. I really don't give a shit. Packmaster for Nikola Tesla is fine. Isaac Asimov gets promoted. He's going to take Field Surgeon, which I wish he would have had at the start of this mission. It would have helped greatly. Jules Verne is irrelevant. Rocketeers are just complete trash. They're just complete and total fucking garbage. Complete trash. They're complete trash. Thurgood Marshall. We're going to give you Sprinter because you're kind of slow. Yeah. Tactical Sense would be good too, but you're too slow to not have Sprinter. Ayn Rand, fuck, whatever, who cares? You're never coming back. 46 days, you might as well be dead. Yeah, some stuff happened. Things happened. Carapace Armor and an Arc Thrower are damaged, because of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Let's just repair all that, because repairing is a mechanic that's totally relevant to not at all pointless busy work. And I'm going to wrap things up, because I'm really fucking pissed off, and I don't want to play any more XCOM today. If you enjoyed the episode, I'd be fucking surprised, but, you know, I'd consider dropping a like down in the comment section if you did. And if you'd like to see me struggle and complain, bitch, whine, and moan and suffer on a daily basis, you might consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every single day. At least until XCOM 2 comes out, which can't happen soon enough. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.